Hopefully some of you out there can see and hear me. Okay, I think we are live. He's back. Okay. Oh, that was stupid. Hi, Shy Patch. That was stupid. A bunch of settings got messed up. So, what just happened? We had a power flicker. I have battery backups, so everything stayed on. It was fine. It was like a blink. You guys probably didn't even notice it. And in the other room, something was beeping. And my son came to tell me about it, but my wife was just like chilling out there. So I was like, okay, can you tell your mom? And he told her, and I know it wasn't malicious. However, she was not thinking. And she went over and found a beeping power supply. And she was like, oh, I should turn it off and on again. And she just did that. Which cut the stream, cut the internet for the whole house, and it just powered everything down. And what the problem was, which if anybody had tried a light switch, they would have figured out, was that the breaker had flipped. And the power box was beeping saying, hey, I got you right now, but I'm not getting any power, just FYI. And so the breaker had to be flipped off and then back on. But yeah, she just went over and just like basically just turned everything off. And I was just like, are you serious? And she's like, I'm sorry, I didn't think it was going to do anything. I was like, okay. So that's it. That's what happened. And then afterward, it screwed up the streaming PC, and the volume settings are all like reset to factory default. So when I powered it back on, everything was deafening, and I had to like troubleshoot that and stuff. It was really weird. It was really weird. So everything is kind of loud right now. All right. End your turn. Set production. I don't think there's anything else to really do here. All right, and enter. Okay. So, you are going to head over here.
Hey, look, it's the tree of birds. How are you
Yeah,
today?
God, that's so loud. Why? Dude, it's like she unintentionally broke like 1,000 things. I'm so upset. I'm just muting everything for a minute. Okay. Dude, what is going on? Let's see. Please don't let Miss Muck read my music on why the stream went down. I don't care right now. I'm just gonna turn everything down. Alright. So I just turned the global volume down a bit, and then I'll turn this back up a bit. Okay, let's see. These guys, what are they doing? Alright. Enter. Oh. The other one's in the way. Shoot. Where is it? What island are they on? Is this one? No. That's the one that's getting destroyed. Okay. And then this one. Enter there. Okay. Alright. Auto. Okay. Nice. No. Dismiss. Okay, got some drafts. Alright, you... go over here. Respond to hero's offer to join. That would be half my remaining money. I don't know if I want to. I don't know if I want to. Don't forget to resume the notifications. They're not paused. They're not paused. Tier 1 units gain XP faster. Province is being pillaged. I know. Sanctuary outpost is under siege. I mucking know. Alright. End turn. That's a scout. That's fine. Auto. Okay, you're gonna go in there. Head over this way. Okay, if you had to fight them... Okay, it says I've got the advantage on that one, but that is my strongest army, so I'm certainly hoping so. Alright, these guys... 1575. Oof. Oof. Alright, so my 2 medium armies versus this strong one. It says I would win, but I would lose 3 lower tier units. I think we just take it. We'll raise some skeletons. Okay. Have them just chill there for the moment. Alright, hero leveled up. So who is this? Umplag the Ox. Okay, oh, you're still alive. Alright. Imagine my surprise. If the hero uses charge attack after moving, they gain +1 retaliation attack. Sure, that sounds fun. Alright. Man, I really feel like I'm holding this run together with tape right now. Like, we've had a lot of things go wrong. Alright, let's try getting another warlock. Oh, he starts out with a beetle mount. Okay. Alright, and what skills does he start with? Withered magic, blood pact. Any damage dealt to the caster dealt to the target as well. Cast against a 20% damage. Weakening magic. Wow, this is terrible. Okay, reset skills. This is awful. Alright, let's do this. This target gains lifesteal, target gains resurgence. Seal all positive stat effects from the target friendly unit. Okay. Claiming, let's get the Wyvern. Raise Undead. Whenever friendly unit dies, gain grace. Okay, let's get those. Hex. Let's see. Siphon Blessing. That sounds kind of... Let's get a Siphon Blessing this time. Okay, who would like to be our new Warlock? Not someone who's already dead, because we might reanimate them. Oh man, we lost all the equipment that those people had too. That sucks. Me, you can't reanimate me? You're already a person. Sisu says me? Alright, that's fine. Sir Sisu the Hopeful. Okay. Empire skill unlocked. Gain knowledge when your units gain ranks. Immediately summon army of magic origin units with low maintenance near your throne city. Your domain's been invaded. Yeah, we're working on that. Freaking dragons! I got no time for dragons. Oh my god. One until breach. Alright. Wait, did he just try to, like, run past me or something? Oh, no, he's right there. I see him. Alright.
Go, ninja! Go, ninja! Go!
First, we squished that one that's trying to run past. I can't afford getting the bone horror right now. Then we go here and get this one. Okay, so we got some of their gear. And then... Okay, I believe we've stopped that from getting destroyed. Alright, now... Alright, so this outpost has been saved. We can head back out. Alright, so this is rebuilding what was damaged. Now these are... I'm not sure if they can take on another one of these big stacks. You are going to step outside. Alright. Okay, Murkwater can take another province. That's good. Let's see. Do we want one of these? Or we can expand underground. That's also an option. Let's see, fish farm. Fishing, let's get that. That's a lot of, fish. Okay, your ruler leveled up. What have we got here? Base attacks, decay, poisonous undergrowth. Attack and debuff abilities and dispel a positive status effect. Sure. Spell ready, summon Calamity Dragon. Let's go back up to the surface. And... where is something this... what is this? It's the watchtower. It's the mine. Conduit. So wherever you summon the Calamity Dragon, it destroys that province, and you have to rebuild it. So we'll do it there. Alright, and then we'll put it in that army. Respond to a hero's offer to join. I don't know. Let's not do that right now. New skill available. Vassals grant 10 gold in tribute. I mean, I've only got one vassal, so that's just going to be a total of 10 gold per turn. Prelude of Doom on you. Target enemy army gains 3 demoralize for 1 turn. How much did that help you? Set production. Let's start making the item forge, I guess. Something we could have been using much earlier in the game, just didn't bother with it. Is the Calamity Dragon considered a hero? No, it's just a very powerful unit. Set in stone. You have treated your citizens in Murkwater well. Now a sculptor approaches you, bowing reverently. Greetings, Eldritch Sovereign Muxon Cave Dweller. I have a long name. The populace of Murkwater have hired me, a humble sculptor in the likeness of kings and Godir, to immortalize your image in marble and flow rock. Tough materials to work with, but I would use nothing less for an Eldritch Sovereign of your stature. Please, if you would be so kind as to strike a pose. The citizens offer to sculpt a statue in your likeness. Which pose best captures your qualities? What? One that gains knowledge. One that receives production. One that receives draft. One that receives Imperium. Wait, what is this one? Make them forget their silly requests. Let's do Imperium. Why loud? Oh, why owl? Very loud notification. Birdtree, you're making people feel bad. Storm, it's not your fault. My wife accidentally power surged my computer earlier and the volume settings are all screwed up. And I am going to have to spend a lot of time trying to fix it later. Bird, I don't think you realize you're doing it, but you're guilt tripping the person who just walked in, and that's all they did. Alright, you move over here. I told you his wife would cut him off. Yeah, you didn't know how accurate you were going to be with that statement. Okay. What is that? Archon blood. Alright, let's go try to get the Archon blood. Okay, we merged those now. Heroes offer, let's decline that. Alignment change, don't care. Alright, in turn. No OBS settings export. That's part of what's confusing me, is the things that were like really loud there, their volume settings are not controlled by OBS. It's just something on the computer got effed up by that. And I'm gonna have to hunt it down later. It's not in OBS. Like, the patron noises stuff. Okay. That's... Okay, raise undead army. We can now cast this if we need to in a pinch.
Copper.
Okay. Let's see, a hero leveled up. Who is this? Mole the Believer. Death Lord. Target friendly unit gains heroic stand, regenerating support, bolstered defense. Okay. Let's try that. Dude, I'm gonna be honest. I'm like out of it right now. That loud copper. I almost just turned the stream off. I'm so flabbergasted that they did that earlier. Like, I realized it was just one of those moments in life where they just weren't thinking, but I have probably got hours of work fixing this to do. Yo, what's good? What's up, Lucky? Let's see. Bolster defense. We could do that. Cannot use a mount with that item. Alright, do that. Alright, hero leveled up. Who is this? Zwintrixie. Oh, you're still alive? Good for you. Critical second wind. I need to go be productive, so I'm heading out. See you, Mole. Have a good one. Just back up to the start of the stream, so Mike doesn't have to explain it again. What? There was a power situation, and Lady Luck was trying to help, and she wasn't thinking, and she thought she could just, like, restart the emergency power supplies for the house, and it power surged the streaming PC, and there's, like, a million settings that are broken now, and I have to figure out what all's messed up. Alright, what are these? 951 strength. Alright, you move there, and you just stay next to him. Okay, these two... We're gonna have them go up here and make a outpost on that Archon blood. Rotting explosion research is done. The soul overflow. Do I want another hero? Let's see, warrior, elementalist, defender... Let's get a defender. We haven't done a defender yet. Kind of surprised he starts with a crossbow, though. Alright. Okay. So, if one of you wants to be a tank of sorts, it's your opportunity. Let me see. What do they start with? They start with taunt. Okay, hold on. Some of this is stupid. Alright, taunt. What is Materium? Plus defense. Sure, let's try that out. Base attacks, remove positive status effects. Plus defense. Shadow. Let's see, pushing attack, warding bond. Stunning bash. Gain warded. What is warded? Plus resistance and defense against magic attacks. Gain reinforced armor. Plus defense and resistance against physical attacks. Alright, we'll try that. High DPS, oh. Just experience. Sounds like you need to assign says check the breaker. It's not a common issue. It's not a common issue. Let's see. I do. Wait, what was his name? Hold on. Ashbach? Ashbird. Okay. Mantle. Alright. A lot of caster cloaks. I don't think any of this really helps as a tank. Do I have anything with a shield? No. Okay. Set production, Murkwater. Where's the item forge? Let me see this. See, damage reflection, warded, resistance. Well, he already has warded. I guess that doesn't going to do anything. Damage reflection. Oh, can't afford that. Alright. Let's just do that for now. Let's try that out. Alright, end turn. Alright, you move over here. You move there. And you head over. 3 armies, but they're low tier units. Should be able to just roll over them. Yep. Okay, necromancy, no. Our mana's almost out. Okay, lots of stuff. Bolstering armor, could use that on that new tank character. Put that there. Let's see. Oh, I see why shields weren't showing up. It's because the weapon I was using was occupying both hands. Okay, that's fixed. Okay, so now the tank has a sword and board. Okay. Alright, so that massive nest that was hitting me with stuff is taken care of. That is fantastic. So now... move you here. We've got another nest here. I don't know if we can handle this, honestly. It's full of dragons. But then up there is our main opponent. But the quest, the main quest thing, involves going into there. So I'm not sure if we can win just by taking out the opponents or what. But we'll see. Alright, so they've got that. 1696 power. Together, maybe? Maybe. Soul Overflow research complete. Start new. I'll just keep getting whatever's got the discount. Hero leveled up. Support abilities give strengthened for 1 turn. Sure. Alright, hero leveled up. Who is this? Sisu the Hopeful. This is the Warlock. Get plus XP gain to the army. Enchanted Shield. Which I don't no longer need because I found my shields. Set production. Teleportation circle would be useful. Yeah, we'll go ahead and start that. Alright, end turn. Okay, so with this guy... Alright, so there's a handful of enemy armies right there. Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, they even overpower my main one. Yeah, they got a Doom stack over there. Alright. Okay, what are we gonna do with you guys? Alright, so this has the Archon blood now. That's good. Do a work camp, and then we'll try and grab that mana node as well. So on this map, we cannot make more cities. We can make outposts, though. So can try to go around and snag more mana crystals. Let's see. Each outpost is minus 10 gold. So I'm kind of trading gold for mana when I go around and take it. They've sent a war party. Set production. We're not going to do anything there. I could make more melee troops. Just start preparing another army. Let's do that. Just ones that cost gold and not ones that cost mana. Which game is this? Age of Wonders 4. It's similar to Heroes of Might and Magic if you ever played that in the older days. High stakes. During diplomatic negotiations, Guild Mistress Marusa Tinkermane of Chittak invites you to a game of high-stakes Wizards and Kings. Very soon it becomes clear that the Guild Mistress from Chittak is not up to the intricacies of a game meant to be played by God-ear. What should have been a pleasant way to exchange favors slowly turned into a diplomatic disaster as Marusa grows more and more frustrated with each move you make. You could easily beat them, but perhaps there are more important things at stake than winning this small victory. Stupefy them with eldritch power. Lose to Thrall, and they like you. Do that. They won't even remember what they were upset about. That's a lot of freaking armies. Could you go away, please? Alright, autoed that one. Could grab a Bone Horror. Staff of Mind Control. And cast Domination. Okay. Gonna build an outpost there. Alright, your ruler leveled up from that stack that we just took out. Poisonous Undergrowth, base attacks, decay. Infectious Affliction. Target enemy unit and all connected units Gain afflicted, diseased, weakened, status vuln, disenchanting magic, and hex-seeking bolts. What the heck? Sure. Just muck them up. Alright, hero leveled up. This is the ranger. This is the one with the gun. Fatal strikes. Melee attack. Oh, wait. You can't use melee because he's using gun. You can use, like, if you use crossbow or knives, throwing knives or something, you can still have a melee attack, but he doesn't have one. Alright, Mold the Believer. Let's do that. Alright. Hero level up. Who is this? Sisu the Hopeful. Let's try that one. Set production, Murkwater. No, leave that alone. Alright, end turn. Alright, are they coming toward me with that death ball? Kinda looks like it. Certainly kinda looks like it. Alright, so we're gonna build a teleporter on that node. So now we're getting 25 mana from this, and build some palisade walls. Okay, what is... Oh, we're like right on top of something. What is that? Focus crystals. Alright, so we'll build an outpost there. So the outpost, if I set up teleporters, I can more easily get back and forth from this problem area. Let's try to do that. Alright, in the meantime... Let's take out another one of these, just for farming XP. Got some boots. Okay, and up here... Okay, go over there. And building some road. Okay, orders required. This dude. Summon Lesser Snow Spirit research is done. We can do something else now. Let's see, what do we got? Summon Fallen Angel. Show Tome Library. What do we have here? Let's try it. Let's give it a shot.
We who perished for the light, whilst they bask in its glory. We who are forsaken whilst they are beloved. We shall build our necropolises from the bones of their failures. From the darkness of exile, we shall plot their demise.
Chamber of the Right. Undead units drafted in this city gain natural regen. That's cool, but I don't think I yet have any undead units that I can draft. Hero leveled up. Who is this? Ashbird the Commander. Stunning Bash. Pick a spell to cast. Cursed Armors. Could start charging that up. Still didn't do Accursed Armors? No, apparently not. But remember, we've hit 0 mana a few times. Draining Burst, Exhume Undead. Okay, that one's done. Alright, Work Camp. That one's done, that one's done, that one's done. Okay. Alright, the army stomps ever closer. Alright, let's... I'm gonna do a thing here. Okay. We now have 3 armies that are stronger. Alright, so total, our power of these 3 armies is 5,027. So hopefully they can hurt the enemy. And then these guys here are extra troops. Okay. So then just go over here and chill. Alright, and do that, and do that, and do that. And auto this group here. Alright, that's more XP. Resilient Protector, not an upgrade. Pantheon Shrine. Could try to take that out at some point. Probably, I don't know. There's a risk, because if I hit that, we might be low health when the enemy gets here, so we might just chill. Alright, so we got these stomping over. Honestly, their units aren't that bad. It's mostly tier 2 units. The thing is, they're heroes. Their heroes are the scary thing. You just chill. Outpost founded. Yep. Death Guard. Yep. Yep. Hero leveled up. Good. That is what we're hoping for. Another level up for Sisu. Status thing. Wait, Muck, look at their tier 2 casters. I'll see them up close and personal here pretty soon. Weaver. Opening Strikes. Accursed Armors is ready. Alright, in turn. Okay, here they come. Alright. Let's see. Tranquility Pool occupied. Damn. Alright, we'll do it there. Alright, so we've got a teleporter there. Make some simple walls. You can make a watchtower. Alright, and you come over here. You can still get occupied tiles, but have to kill or convince the unit to go away. Yeah, I know, but that's a vassal. That's why I don't want to mess with that right now. Okay. Alright, you head down and merge with that stack. You chill. You chill. You're good, you're good, you're good. That's fine. Work camp's fine. Watchtower's fine. Question of heritage. Hello. Holding his family heirloom, your hero Sisu the Hopeful approaches you with a formal greeting and proclaims, I am the heir of the proud bloodline. One of my ancestors was a lawbringer. Another one, a crusader. Their renown echoes through time. I grew up defying those values, so I became a steward. But now I'm older, and embracing tradition feels like a way to honor my ancestors, to remember who they were. I seek for your advice in this matter, Elder Sovereign. Lawbringer, Crusader. Try Crusader. Because we can't have any more cities, it's impossible for them to fulfill the steward thing, I think. Okay. We're gonna save here. I didn't save scum after I got wiped out last time. If I got wiped out this time, I might consider save scumming. Alright, so I'm doing an auto right now. Let's see what it calculates. I think I'm gonna take it. I think I will take that. Light vessel demolishing. Umbral weed whacker. Alright. Alright. 4 of their 6 armies are done. Honestly, we might be able to reach one more. Nice! All 6 of those armies, they're dead. And we didn't lose anything. That's fantastic. Alright, so I'm sure we got a bunch of level ups from that. Alright, so hold on. You... Yeah, continue where you were going. You chill. You chill. You come back here and chill. Work camp. Alright, so where are we going to get the teleporter at? Right there. Okay, so that's another teleporter for us. Hero leveled up. Paragon of Shadow. Eternal one. Keeps coming back to life. Who's this? Umplag. They've already... So this gives the army Umbral Malady immunity, but I believe they already have that. Muck, do you have that Civ bonus that gives you free stuff if you've got a lot of magic items you're not using? Oh, I know. It's like collectors or something. No, I don't. That is pretty busted, though. I've used it before in other runs. Especially with, like, Materium Dragon that also gains bonuses for hoarding. Okay, we have 14 level ups. Oh my god. Alright, so Shadow. Zoom. One more. Pure Defense. Are you gonna start breaking down items you're not using and make new ones? I should, I just haven't bothered with it yet. Your ruler leveled up. Gain 20% evasion against physical and magical attacks. Go for the kill. Send more level ups to do, oh my god. Attacks do 50% more damage until the end of the current turn. Gained a level of renown, that's fine. Alright. So this is all the corpses that we captured of their heroes and stuff. Okay. Let's see, primary. or so. Get rid of the dupes. That certainly makes it easier. Alright, we'll do that for now. Okay. Oh, man. Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. Revenant Horde. Shadows covering your realm cause long-dead soldiers to rise from their graves at a forgotten battle site near your city of Murkwater. Drawn to your dark radiance, the army marches upon Murkwater. Skeleton militias claw at your gates. Bone horrors gnaw at the walls. Yo, what? What is going on? I am the Lord of the Dead. What is this? Banshees howl at the few living souls that remain in your throne city. Where others would faint at the mere sight of this revenant horde, you see opportunity. To a master of shadow, these risen warriors are a gift. What purpose shall they serve? Spend mana and take control of them. Open the gates, they're welcome here. Lose city stability, gain population. Necromancers pick their brains to harvest their secrets. Gain half a turn of knowledge. Open the gates, they're welcome here. Gain 2 population, now we can expand. Underground. Did we ever take the temple? No, I didn't. I was wondering if I could go bing bang and get that temple, but I can't. No bing bang. Alright. I'll do that, and then I could take that if, we end up scouting it out and opening. Oh, are they sending... Do not send dragons at me, man. There's dragons here thinking about it, chat. Alright, we're gonna go over to these mana crystals and make another outpost for more teleporting, I think. Now, hold on. Let's take the one in the back and turn on road building. How come you don't bother with neither items nor explore wonders? The last time my heroes were over here, they were not strong enough to explore these wonders. And if I want to do it now, it's a long trip back. That's why. It's not that I wasn't doing it. I've explored some tier 1 wonders. I just haven't explored that one, which is a tier 2. Channeling chamber. How do you feel if someone suddenly called you Mukluk IRL? Would you even respond? I mean, it's happened twice, basically. I mean, once at the Renaissance Fair, which I've told you guys about, and once in, I mean, well, more than once, but I mean, in Seattle, when I went to the Guild Wars 2 meet and greet, people recognized me there and called me Muk. I mean, I just kind of laughed and shook their hand. I was like, yeah, that's me. Alright, nice. Okay. Okay, you just chill. Chill. Chamber of the Right city structure complete. Alright. Umbral Incursion. Target enemy city loses a borderland province and the population is lost. Spawns an umbral nest infestation on the lost province. Dude, that is nasty. Like, an infestation? You could just, like, keep chipping away at his... If you had enough mana, you could just keep, like, chipping away at their city with that. Oh, he's got another level. More stuff. Muck is a good name. It's call summonable. It's fine to be Muck. Now, if this was like XX Iron Itachi XX, it would be less easy to absorb. Are you Mukluk? You forgot the Douglas Bartholomew Reginald. Just spit on my heel and walk away. What is this one? Desecrate land. If it contains a province improvement, becomes pillage. You're granted its rewards and lose alignment. The province gains ashlands, loses this other stuff. Okay. New empire development skill. Throne City and cities that share a border with the Throne City gain 10% increase in all income. I only have just the Throne City, so I'll take that. Alright, palisade walls there. Okay. This is good. So we now got teleporters there, there, and there, which will help us get around. If someone called me Crimson, I'd do a double take. As well you should. Okay, so starting an outpost there on that mana node. Ah, man, okay. So, if we're going for the quest, we need to get over there. And I think the fastest way to get over there is just, I don't know, is it wait on the teleporter? It might be to wait on the teleporter. What is underground right here? Shrieker's Tomb. Let's see, let's see, let's see. There's Arcanium ore there. Alright, honestly, it might be easier just to go for... So, okay, I'm wondering, is this going to be a game where, like, if you kill all enemies, you will, you'll win? Or is it like, you have to do the story? And if you have to do the story, killing all enemies is just going to make it easier because you get them off your back. So, I think just because of where I'm currently located, I'm going to go in here and start messing with them. Okay. Work camp. Another one there. Okay. Alright, orders required. You know what? Let's take these two up here, and they can harass stuff. Umbral Incursion research is done. Conjure Spell Ward. Conjure a spell ward on an empty hex in the target province. This structure functions as a spell jammer for this and adjacent provinces. For this and adjacent provinces? That and adjacent is kind of crazy. Alright, Chamber of the Rites. We could do that now. So, it says this gives regeneration to drafted undead. This is drafting right here. The only way I could think of to draft undead is if you have the enchant that makes, like, your whole populace become undead. I'm wondering if that's how it's intended to be used. Whiteborn? Yeah, that one. Alright, you guys head up there. Y'all just chill. Alright, you guys... How do we want to do this? Gloomstrider. Oh, I never did this. The target race becomes Umbral, which grants them Umbral Demon floating fast movement, loses their mounts. I'm not even sure if that's worth it, honestly. Umbral Incursion. Blocked by Spelljammer. Oh no! Rip. Can't do that. Alright, take that out. Axe of true damage. Capture and release wonder 3 turns. Does he have to stay there for the 3 turns? I don't know. Alright, outpost founded. Make a work camp. Hero leveled up. Get go for the kill. Hero leveled up. Infectious affliction. Umbral incursion. Can't do that at the moment. Unless I occupy the Spelljammer. Consumed by arrogance. Your hero, Mole the Believer, stands tall before you. He puffs out his chest and tilts his chin upwards as he declares, "By omission or prejudice, I find myself being far less than what I could be. Be honest with me, my eldritch sovereign. Does my ambition as glory seeker not interest you? I was born to be great, so direct me towards renown. What path should I follow?" You could be a duelist. They're sending dudes. Thinking. Do I accept that win? I lost 2 tier 2 units. Okay, I can take that. Maybe make some skeletons with them. Make some bone horrors. I don't think I need that. Disenchant that.
Hey.
All right. Motivating a light vessel. Okay. Alright. We're going to abort that. I didn't realize that was going to essentially stun lock that hero for so many turns. Alright. If they sent all that stuff over me, that was probably all they had. So these can't move for a bit. Alright, and these fellas gonna keep running over. You guys can just chill. Work camp is done. Okay, where do we want this one? Those dragons are getting kind of close. Let's put the teleporter there. Make a palisade. Alright, hero level up. Defense and evasion. Mug, I just got my email from Makeshift. My plushie's on its way. Nice! I hope you're happy with it. That's awesome. Hopefully it gets there by Christmas. Don't need that. Let's get Rite of Restoration. Alright, hero. Defense evasion. Hi, new player. Any gizmos you think worth going for? I've been playing for a few weeks. Hey, Blank. Gizmos? What do you mean gizmos? And are we talking about this game or that other game that I've made a lot of guides for? Just to clarify. Let's do that. So many level ups. Oh, wait. We had a thing there. Okay, so now he's got the come back to life thing. Vassal has improved. Alright. Like Wizard's Telly Scroll, I meant Guild Wars 2. Gotcha. So I've got a guide. Hang on a sec. Let me type this in. That is a video I've got for my top pick for gem store items. Like, for example, the Copperfed Salvage-O-Matic is incredibly useful, but I really go over why in that video. If you've got a few minutes, check that video out, and then let me know if you have any questions. Alright, so we're gonna hit that, start a siege, and add siege projects. Onagers. Set fire to the battlements. Okay. And you guys... So bring the crabs up here. And then this one joins that army in a minute. Alright. I really think these dragons, this is wandering dragons, they're gonna be a problem. Getting too close. I was thinking more in-game, less so gem store, but I'll check it out. In-game. Okay, yeah, so Cagman mentioned the prototype position rewinder. That is a gizmo that I will link a guide to right now. The prototype position rewinder, you can equip it and press a button to save your location, and then you've got another button that you can teleport back to where you saved. So it makes it to where almost every jump puzzle in the game becomes trivialized. Very handy. So that is something. It is in Living Worlds Season 4, I believe, has that. And that is in Sandswept Isles. But it is quite good, for sure. Alright, I just blocked his Spelljammer chat. I'm gonna try this thing now. So I think it's out of my vision, but one of his outer provinces just got destroyed and got infested. Conjure Spell Ward research is done. Let's start a new one. Withering Mist. Chamber of the Right complete. Okay. New Empire development skill. Gain 3 gold per unit tier of units killed in combat. I think we're fine on gold. Ruler has returned. Okay. Dude, this is so crap. That's a neutral swarm of dragons coming up behind me while I'm sieging my enemy. Call for aid. The desperate plea for Maruza Tinkermane of Ch'tak reaches you. Maruza is losing the war to Werelak of an Insulder. I'm literally sieging him right now. Help us, Muck. You're our only hope. The guild mistress folds her hands. That aggressor Werelak is out to take my lands. I know I'm not one of your vassals, O Eldritch Sovereign, but if your heart favors mercy and kindness, please help us against this tyrant. Wish them good luck. Train a Deathstalker from Murkwater for the army of Ch'tak. Sure. Yeah, also, she said, I know I'm not one of your vassals. She is. She literally is. I don't know, maybe it's referring to, like, a higher tier of vassal. Alright, we're gonna turn our back on the city for a second to take out these dragons. Let's see if we can just auto it. Lose a single bone horror. That's fine. I just summoned that thing. Just summon another one. Easy. Okay. Orders required. Da, da, da. That's fine. Make a watchtower. Hero leveled up. What do we got? Get them the come back to life spooky business. And restore gains 3 strengthened. Okay. Research grants knowledge. Conduits grant +5 mana. That took us from 94 positive mana to 138. Okay. One more turn until the city walls breach. Destroyed their Spelljammer. Start messing with their... Oh, there's the nest that I spawned. Haha. Let's see, spells. Don't think I need to do anything there for the moment. Alright, so the question is, if I take this city and that's like the last enemy, does it just say you win, or does it still let you play through the story? We'll find out in a moment. Even battle. Alright, this might be the last battle, so we're absolutely going to do it on manual. And it says it's pretty even too, so it should be fun. So let's take down this enemy city. Ooh, I don't like how close we're starting to the walls. Yo, guys, back up a bit. What are you doing? Alright, you... Ghost Firestorm. Which one is this? Sisu. Exhume the dead. Okay. And let's see. Ashbird will put Warding Bond there. Mole the Believer. Exhume Undead there. More Banshees. Dragon Thing Spit over there. Giant Crab, go forward. Giant Crab, go forward. Reaper, just end your turn and wait. Last that. Okay, and then we got the gun guy. Nothing's in range of him right now, though we could summon some undead there. Okay. Let's see, what do we got here? Infectious Affliction. Oh, where's the map-wide thing that messes with them? Gotta find it. Mass Plague. That's it. Nice. Alright. Skitterlings. Is this where the game starts to lag? Maybe a little, but it's not real time, so. Calamity Dragon. Work on their catapults. Bone Horror. Let's see. A little nervous sending this guy so far forward, but... Alright, they're on fire. Oh, let's Control-Z that. I'm gonna summon an undead there to hopefully distract them from that. Some of that. Let's just send the wolves in. Yeet. Banshee. Where is this Banshee? Okay, hit their catapults a bit. Alright, that's it. That's all we can do. Alright, end turn. So they debuffed me. Those guys are weakened. Those guys are weakened. Chain lightning. Chain lightning. Archers shooting banshees. Archers shooting the bone wyvern. We want to save him. That's a hero. Get some tentacles in there. Yeah, we can't cast spells on turn 1 of a fight without certain perks, which we don't have. So, can't do that yet. Alright, there's the Ghost Firestorm going off. Sorry, I've got the sniffles. Give me just a second to blow my nose so I'm not doing this in your ear. Be right back. Okay, much better. Alright. So, combat spells. We've got 6 to choose from. Let's see, Soul Overflow. Tentacles, of course, quite decent. Rotting Explosion. Target friendly zombie or skeleton explodes. Alright. Where is our ritualist? Here we go. Mold the Believer. Rite of Restoration. All friendly units in combat heal, gain regen, gain strengthen, and gain bolstered defense. We've also got Death Ward here. There's nothing in range of that, though. Alright. There's the lag. There's the lag. What's this? Get these banshees going. Bone wyvern. Let's see, Sisu. What do we want to do here? Okay, nothing's in range for that. Transfer life is free. Alright, step forward. Steal all positive effects from that guy. Hex pack that guy. Infectious Affliction. Just tons of debuffs. Alright, Dragon. Try to finish the catapults. Damaged it, didn't finish it. My Onager, finish that. Alright. Dragon number 2. Reaper. Finger of Death. Alright, it instantly killed that group. Alright, Trash Mob, just throw that in there. Banshees. Scream at these guys. Decaying Zombie, slap. How do you guys approach a fight against the Ranger in PvP? Do you kill the pet first? What's up, Shadow Me? Normally you would just go for the Ranger. However, let's say that you are near an obstacle, like a pillar or something, right? What you can do is, like, let's say the Ranger is far away and shooting you and his pet's on you. You could step behind the obstacle so the Ranger loses line of sight of you and then just start hitting his pet while he can't help it. And then he has two choices. Either he runs forward to help the pet, or he calls the pet back to back it off, you know? So if you could separate them like that, and that also goes for things like Mechanist, then that's a valid strategy. But if you're just like out in the middle of the open, it's usually you'll go for the Ranger. You cleave both if you can, but it depends on what skills you're bringing to the table. Get that. Okay, catapult gun. Okay, let's go over here and web. Bone Wyvern. Breath attack. Alright, the main guy. Let's see, transfer life. Put hit points on that guy. That's a free move. Hex Pact on their leader. Start debuffing him. Let's see, Havoc Pulse. Lots of random negative things in an area 2 times. Okay. Our Gun Ranger. Oh, this could be good. Alright. Attacks do plus 50% damage until the end of the turn, once per battle. Please don't miss. So first off, we're going to do that. And it missed. And then we're going to try to hit their leader. Ah, it grazed. Rip. Our catapult. Behind you on that guy. Where's this? Bone Horror. Hit that thing. Blast that hero. Mug, for the love of God, get him closer. The gun takes the full turn to do the big fire plague. If he so there's different range weapons, right? There's like bow, there's crossbow, throwing knife, and those you can like move and fire. The gun does way more damage, but it takes the full turn to fire it. But look at what it's got on it. Stuns the target, Grim Executioner, Piercing, Breaching, Flanker, Keen Edge, Rings of Binding, Elemental Slayer, Ignore Status Resistance, Big Game Hunter, Thorn Shot, Sniper's Focus, Focus Aim, Mastered Focus. And half of those are bonuses that only are there if you didn't move that turn. So if you move him, he loses a lot of that. So it's usually better to try to just go for the shot with that. But it didn't work out for me this time. Tentacle. It's that. It's that. It's that. Alright, who is this? I don't know who I'm controlling right now. Oh, okay. Banshee. Oh, he's got Steadfast. He can't die this turn. He just sits at 1 health. Alright, wolves start chewing on the catapults. Because that makes sense. Plague. Okay. Mug, did you see it? Some dude is using the old Guild Wars 2 Bow Bear Ranger meme and calling it a challenge. Can you believe that? Yeah, I heard he won. Alright. Wait, what? Oh, okay, I see. Plague, since Plague got a kill, he could go again. That's why. Little worried about that hero over there on the left. I like how all these guys are beaming each other with different abilities. Have you ever played Elite Dangerous? It's a space sim, but not sure it's your cup of tea, but I love the game very much. I have not played that. What was the last space game I played? Everspace 2, I think it was called? That might have been the last one I did. Alright, that hero's gone. Missed! Come on, dragon. Boo. Blessed Judgment. Buffs allies, hurts enemies in a large area. Get judged, idiots. Gun worked that time. Was it Sins of a Solar Empire 2? What was that one? Hang on. Oh, I did a sponsored stream for them. I didn't play that to completion though. Everspace 2 was a space sim like Sins of a Solar Empire was like your top-down controlling worlds and stuff. It was like a large-scale thing. This one was like, you know, you were controlling an aircraft and you were playing that. So I guess it depends on when I heard space sim, I was thinking like, you know, flight sim type thing. I don't know if that's correct or not. Gremlin, where is he? No, not what I wanted. Corrupted soul. Banshee. Bone Wyvern. Throw it on the catapult. Let's get that. Okay, decaying zombies. They're not gonna be able to kill that because he's got steadfast. Gremlin. Dude, I cannot find this guy. Oh, there they are. Wait, no, this isn't the same gremlin. Oh, I see what happened. It's because one of the units I cursed died, and the curse gave me gremlins after it died. One wyvern up there. Okay, that guy's dead. Nice. So killed him with an ability that makes Life Seed, and Life Seed is when you kill a target with Life Seed, you get a heal nearby, so. Alright, at this point, I kind of feel like we got this. Let's see, Banshee. There's the leader's over here with 1 hit point. Unless he does something crazy. Taunt. Oh, he can still, like, attack? Oh, nice. I thought that ended his turn. That's fantastic. Make some zombies. Alright. I'm gonna let's see. We're summon this here to distract. Alright, now I'm going to auto the rest of the turn just to fill in the little stuff. 'Cause I think we've broken them at this point. We still have the regen on my entire army from that one dude that did that. What game is this? Age of Wonders 4. It's kind of like Heroes of Might and Magic, if you've ever played that. Alright, my turn. Do another Ghost Firestorm. Our Lord is almost dead. Got him. Alright, cool. Feels good. Alright, so I am just going to do auto now. And should be able to just run over their remaining troops. I don't think we lost any permanent units. Like, we summoned a whole bunch of, like, undead in front of our front line, so... that was a nice buffer. Kind of wish there was like a thing at the end that showed you how much damage each unit did. I would guess the Calamity Dragon, or maybe the gun guy, would get the lead on that. Reaper getting a kill. Yeah, and no deaths on our side. Any units that we lost were like temporary summons. That worked pretty well. Whoa! Steam achievements. Complete Eldritch Realms Tharokoth. Lead an Umbral transformed insectoid faction to victory. That's extremely specific. Lead an Umbral transformed insect faction to victory. Complete Tharokoth. Win as Eldritch Sovereign. Well, I think we just got our answer. Shadowborn Undone. Cult leader Werelak of Insuldur was defeated. His cult followers scatter, suddenly insecure about their future on Tharokoth. One of the Shadowborn elves speaks up. By besting our cult leader, did this Gaudir not prove he is worthy of our reverence? Will it not be the Eldritch Sovereign who leads us to our rightful glory? The Warlock leads you to Werelak's treasury. Please, Eldritch Sovereign, take whatever you please. May Urath bless your prowess. By defeating Werelak of Insuldur, you have claimed the necessary knowledge about the Umbral Gate to the Gate of Tharokoth. Some of his former followers even kneel before you and ask to join you. Anyone is free to join the right side of history. Lose stability but gain population? Yeah, let's do it. Tharokoth conquered. You've conquered the prison realm of Tharokoth. With the realm under your control, freeing your allies and opening the gate of Tharokoth becomes trivial. Okay, cool. So there's like a special dialogue for there's no enemies to stop you, so doing this is easy now. You lead your people through the Umbral Abyss and valiantly travel to the gate of Tharokoth. Zwenthrexi approaches you. Freedom awaits, O Eldritch Sovereign. I admit, I did not expect you to make it this far. I must rejoin my people so we can continue our fight against Urath. But know that you made an ally here today. Tharokoth is under your control and victory is secured. To the gate. You made your way to the gate of Tharokoth and your people eagerly await your blessing to step through. On the precipice of victory, Zwenthrexi joins you. I have learned many things during my imprisonment on Tharokoth. The Umbral Abyss has grown in the shadows, evolving through the corruption of Urath. Lithal Nightweaver has left with a considerable host of umbral demons, threatening Athla and Mage Haven. I must warn my people of this invasion, but for now the sweet scent of freedom awaits beyond the World Gate. You, Zwinterexi, and all the other allies you found along the way step through the gate of Tharukath. The Astral Sea awaits. Onward. Okay. Interesting. So, flashbang. So, you can't... Oh, I love that there's a Calamity Dragon and a crab next to it. Oh, and the one gremlin... we bought that. We couldn't even train that. We bought that gremlin off. We bribed him early in the game, and he was with us to the end. That's fantastic. Turn 126. Let's see. Kami says, hey, Mug Gilwers 2 question. Are deeply discounted fractal keys worth it, even if I don't buy encryption boxes? Yes, they're worth it. Like, you just take encryption boxes, you loot, and then buy the deeply discounted keys and open them. Unless you're saving your fractal currencies for things like the legendary fractal backpack, or for the fractal god buff, things like that. Because, you know, buying the keys is spending those currencies. But otherwise, yeah, it's worth. Okay, so that was pretty interesting. Let's show journey. So let's see. So that's how we started. So yeah, it was just 3 factions, and then we spread out a little bit. And then right there is where I took out that guy in the top right, and then we got that one. All right, so what were my thoughts on this one? What were my thoughts on this one? Let's kind of do like a review here, right? What are my thoughts on this DLC? This DLC added quite a few things to Age of Wonders 4. It added the Eldritch Sovereigns, which are the big spooky tentacle guys.
In the shadowed...
Oh, it's not over. Oh, sorry, hang on.
The embers of rebellion flared to life, and its prisoners rose in unison to claim their freedom. United in their purpose and led by an imprisoned Godir, they broke their chains and opened a world gate that granted them escape to Magehaven. Elsewhere, as the Archons waged eternal war against the Umbral Abyss, rumors echoed through the Astral Sea, speaking of a mythical force of corruption and evil emerging from the depths. Known to be the father of the Umbral Abyss and the origin of shadow demons, this enemy of creation itself was called Urath, and it was steadily drowning out the light. It was revealed that none other than Lithal Nightweaver, the first to invade when the world gates were opened, had broken free from her imprisonment and renewed her ambitions to conquer Athla as a harbinger of Urath. Evolved and empowered by the secrets of the Abyss, she and her forces were already on their way.
The conquest of this realm has given Muxon Cave Dweller a chance to ascend to your pantheon. Yeah. Select an ascension trait. At the start of combat, summon a tier 1 skeleton with Unholy Champion. Plus 50% damage. Undying. Comes back to life every 2 turns. And Armor of Despair. That's pretty funny. Master. Let's get Revenant Champion. Okay. Alright, and then rewards. Not sure they have added anything new here. Wait, unlock Giant Hunter Hero Origin. Starts with Giant Slayer Spear. Huh. There's a page 2. What? What? When did they do this? Banner, don't care. Banner, don't care. Banner. Is it all banners? Wait, rapier and whip. Really? Garlic. What? Hunter's crossbow. Pierce shot, active ability, item infusion. Inspiring presence, passive item infusion. Unlock apex predators. Oh, it's a new way of playing. They believe themselves to be the top of the food chain, to be weakest to be prey. Gain food when you pillage a province. Gain food when you raise a conquered city per province it has. Gain food per successfully migrating a conquered city per population. But the city loses additional pop afterward. Vassals gain food per population minus alignment. Starting units +1 rank. Interesting. Unlocks Wail of Banshee item infusion. Pull shot. Hunter's hat. Hunter's outfit. Hunter's cape. Alright. Okay, interesting. Alright, so, review time. What did we think of that? That was our first time playing the Eldritch Realms DLC. So it added the new ruler. I'm trying to decide if I think he's overpowered or not. He was rather squishy, but very long attack range. Like, he was messing with you from turn 1, and if you got close, he could mind control you and make you hit your friends. Like, he was a nasty opponent. So he is quite a strong addition to the pantheon and the roster of options. The new tomes, like, okay, the Umbral Tome with the Gloom felt like it was required to play on that map. But let's say you weren't playing on that specific map. Was it any good? It was alright. You know, the Summon Tentacle was quite strong. The Gloom would, like, put that fog over your faction, your city, and it kind of, like, ate away at the enemy as they were trying to, like, invade you. That was pretty neat. So, like, if... I kind of understand it now, because I remember when I was playing the multiplayer game with Fairlight and Bombjus and the others, they banned the Gloom Tome, and I didn't know what that meant. Now I do. Because it basically, if one guy takes it, everyone else has to take it to counter it. So it was pretty cool, though. And, like, the insect race was kind of neat and stuff like that. The actual campaign map that we just played, like the actual campaign we just did,
your destination.
I think was pretty boring. Hold on, wait. Arcalot. Return to Athla and stand against the sheer force of the Umbral invasion. Meet returning friends and enemies and save a world on the brink of doom. Wait, is this like part 2? Does it continue? Story Realm 2. Okay. So it keeps going. Alright. I'm wondering if you, like, kind of start over, or do you use the same person? The difficulty's 5 skulls. I'll do normal at least. I have beaten some on hard mode. It is a very big step up. Like, going from normal to hard mode in this game is a big step up if you're not trying to make, like, a really overpowered faction or something. Okay, well, shit, I thought we were done. There's more. All right, Urath's Grass. The people in this realm have fallen under Urath's influence. Racial Marauder units have Gloomstrider and Umbral Flesh transformations. Yeah. Okay. So... are they... hang on. They're immune to Umbral Malady. Okay, so Gloom will not defend you against most of this stuff. But if they have Gloom, I still have to bring Gloom immunity for me. Muck, has anyone gifted you blueprints? No. Have you looked at it? Yes. Would you play it? I would try it. Umbral Abyss creeps over the realm, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, okay. So we're gonna need to get the Gloom Immunity Tome to survive here. All Umbral dwellings in this realm are following the commands of the Harbinger Urath. Urath has Eldritch pacts with all Umbral dwellings. Okay. Enemies of the Harbinger cannot reach peaceful relations with an Umbral dwelling. Cannot reach... Wow. Okay, so you're gonna have a whole bunch of enemies and you cannot make peace with them. Alright.
Your journey starts here.
Let's see.
What is your people's form?
Alright. Mug, I don't think it's from a tome. Umbral immunity requires the Umbral fish start thingy. The Umbral fish? What?
Your journey.
Go to Pantheon.
Here.
Why? Why am I going to my Pantheon? Okay. Oh, does it just continue that? Umbral flesh is a society trait. Now, hold on. Is it going to put him back to level 1? Or just pick up with him at, like, high level?
From Therukath reached Magehaven.
I guess we'll find out.
They were met in quick succession with disbelief, indecision, and then panic. The words of the impending invasion of Athla surged through the astral sea like a lightning bolt. And many a Godir native to Athla dropped everything to hurry back to the world's defense. Yet they were all doomed. Before strong defenses could be assembled, the Umbral Abyss opened its baleful maw. All across Athla, the scars
Yo,
of
is
the
anyone
Second
here a
Age
leg man? Look at
burst
this thing.
asunder, and through the Umbral gates, unleashed a plague of eldritch demons. Like locusts, this dark tide began to engulf all Athla in a war that knew only corruption and death. But the heroes of Athla stood strong. Champions and wizard kings, Shadrai and Covenant, they all fought with valor as one, united by this terrible foe. As they battled a wave of the Umbral demons, one fear manifested itself in their minds. What if the worst was yet to come? Where was the leader of this invasion? Where was Lithil Nightweaver? At last, scouts returned from the inland of the once blessed continent with evil tidings. In Arkalot, where the elves of the First Age had set foot on Athla, Lithil was preparing a world-ending eldritch ritual. To confront her, many Godir marched on Arkalot, hidden in the heart of the Storm Peak Mountains. This is the tale of one such Godir.
Okay. I have played quite a bit of Age of Wonders 4. I don't think I've ever... I enjoy making up a new faction. I don't think I've ever gone into a game and taken a previous guy that I played before back in there. So I'm kind of curious how this is going to go. A moment of respite. Arkalot at last. Through clashing front lines and spreading umbral darkness, you have guided your grim insects into the eye of the storm. The hastily erected city of Murkwater is a testament to the loyalty of your people and a much-welcomed shelter. Indeed, the area it is overlooking appears to be surprisingly quiet and devoid of umbral demons. Too quiet, perhaps. It is a golden opportunity for everyone to rest before pressing onward toward Lithil and her eldritch forces. We battled our way through waves of umbral demons. This will give you enough experience to rank up, but you start at half health, and all your units level up 3 times. We were ambushed by powerful Eldritch Sovereign, and I wrested secret knowledge from her. Umbral flesh. There are currently no valid targets for the spell, so I'm wondering if it's saying I already have this? We found hidden passages under the deep shadows of the mountains. Gain the underground adaptation trait. A large part of the underground near Murkwater is revealed. You can now build farms instead of huts in fungus fields, underground ashlands, and underground snow. Gain cave walk. We sacrificed many to rescue a fellow Gaudier in need. Gandorf the Fly. That's one of my old characters. It's a dwarf with a big wizard hat, and his name is Gandorf the Fly. I forgot about him. Gandorf the Fly joins you as a hero, but you lose all non-scouting start units. No, dude, Gandorf was one of my very first characters. I did not know what I'm doing. He sucks. You gain 13 thralls. Alright, you can get... XP is great, but you can get XP anywhere. Underground adaptation. I cannot just acquire that after the game starts. So, I'm thinking do this, because that gives us something we can't obtain otherwise. Okay. This is freaking get it to fly. Give me a sec. I need a drink, and then we'll keep reading this. Give me just a moment. Thirst quenched a little bit. Alright. While your people establish themselves in Murkwater, your gaze already turns northwards to the heart of the invasion. There at the shores of the Astral Sea, where the elves once arrived on this world, Lithel Nightweaver is preparing her eldritch ritual to plunge Athla into darkness. Surrounded by large umbral hosts and the overwhelming presence of the umbral abyss, reaching Lithel will be perilous. You must learn more about her ritual and scout ahead before charging in. Lithel is the general of this invasion. When you finally meet her, there will be more at risk than the battle for Athla herself. She is the herald of arrest corruption and must be smote in the name of the Archons. This gives you a ton of draft, which would let you make a bunch of units. Seeking her out can be deadly, but bears a promise of immense rewards. Start with more gold. She brought death to my people. I vow to avenge them. Receive Imperium. So that'd be 2 turns worth of Imperium. This is like 20 turns worth of draft. There's no way I have enough money to spend 20 turns worth of recruiting, though. Double my starting money. Her powers are immense, but she lacks respect for the established Gaudier of Magehaven, which, tons of mana. Or gain a bunch of knowledge. I'm thinking mana. We get 5 mana a turn. 354 mana. Is that 75 turns worth of mana at the current rate? I think we start with the mana. Okay, so it shows me a thing here. Where am I? Alright, there's me. Okay, and then it said a large portion of the underground near me would be scouted out. So there's an entrance over there. Okay. So, what did you start with? Cosmic Grief, Cosmic Spine, Chaos Pulse. Okay. Oh, he's got the Revenant Champion thing from earlier. Madcaster. So he's already got Chaos Pulse, Chaos Channeling, and Havoc Caster for Havoc Pulse. He starts with Havoc Pulse. Okay, the rest of this is normal. But he starts with Havoc Pulse and Revenant Champion. Revenant Champion's really cool. I'm glad we're getting to try that out. Alright, okay. Alright, the scout is getting pulled into the battle, which makes me nervous. I'm gonna turn off, use mana, hit auto, see what happens, and manual... Okay, we're fine. I was gonna say, I was gonna manual if the scout dies. Okay. Alright. Alright, scout. I'm gonna set it to auto explore now. Set research. Tentacle Labyrinth, Constrictor, make space magic attack and chain use my turn. Tendril Labyrinth. Let's see. Your ruler leveled up. Transfer life. It's a small heal, but it's a heal. That could be useful. Chat and streamer, how does elements on this game could help us fix the biggest problem in Guild Wars 2, also known as stack to win? Rag, try that sentence again and let me know when you want me to read it again. Let's see, storehouse, that's food income. Library, production. We only have 20 production. Alright, probably start with that. And then storehouse after. Alright, and then let's get a couple of scouts. I think that's it for now. Oh wait, didn't I start with a Whispering Stone? Yeah, plug the Whispering Stone into my own city so that it starts stability-izing. Blank says, I'm very curious about Guild Wars 1. It's an MMO, right? No. Guild Wars 1 is closer to an action RPG. So, for example, if you're in town in Guild Wars 1, that's a hub. You will see other players. If you leave town and you go into the world, you go through a loading screen. And the world is like an instance, and it only has the people that you left town with. So if you formed a group in town and you leave town, it's your group and then a world. If you leave town alone, it's just you and the world. So it's closer to it like an action RPG. Now, the endgame stuff is designed to be played with like a group. However, there are AI companions that you can take with you if you really don't want to socialize with people. They're not the smartest, but you can bring those and do dungeons on your own with just the AI companions if you wish. But you only see other players in towns and hubs, and you only see them in the world if you grouped with them before leaving the hub. But yeah, it's closer to an ARPG than an MMORPG. Okay, March of the Covenant. This one doesn't seem to be growing any tentacles yet, Elderstone. A distant voice echoes down the forest east of Murkwater before a middle-aged man clad in kingly garments comes into focus. Well met. I am Alfred Elderstone of the Covenant, and this is Shadow Prince Meander of House Eniok. Excuse me, I do have tentacles? I'm covered in them? He introduces his partner, a Dark Elf. We're glad to see another God-eater make it through. Before we speak of the darkness ahead, may I hear who so valiantly fought their way into this valley? I am Eldritch Sovereign Muxon Cave Dweller. Honored to meet you. Lost Souls. Your fondness for pleasantries in this pressing hour is astonishing, Elderstone. Meander interrupts the conversation. Urath's grasp on Arcalot is strong, Muxon. He says, turning to you. Everyone in the valley who's not protected by the might of a god-eater has fallen to the umbral corruption. Lithil is harvesting thrall after thrall to power her eldritch ritual. Soon she will be ready. Until we can overcome Lithil's defenses, we may only delay the ritual by destroying her thralls before they can be sacrificed. 15 turns until Lithil finishes her world-ending ritual. For every 6 thralls destroyed, the ritual is delayed by 1 turn. Huh? Bro, what? I don't like it. Delay Lithil by killing any unit with Gloomstrider or Umbral Flesh before they can be sacrificed. When the ritual's complete, you lose the game. 1 turn delay for every 6 thralls destroyed. Bro, this doesn't even sound fun. What do you mean? I can't afford to keep a wisp out right now. Ritual of the Gloomvale. All units your Empire gain Umbral Malady immunity. Do they already have that? They already have that. We don't need to do that. Let's take a peek underground. There's an Umbral portal over here. Let's see, if I could rush, you know, I'm gonna spend 16 gold to rush this thing and then put that on auto explore. Remember, insect units have it, but if you get some other units, they won't have it, so the spell will be necessary. Yeah. Yeah, for now, though. Storehouse complete. Let's see. 15 Imperium to expand now. I should have cleared those pastures before I left. Alright. It's a library. A candle in the dark. The astral projection of a flying dove announces the peaceful arrival of Lore Master Oneron. May the light of the All-Father shine upon you in this hour of darkness, brave Athlans. Oneron says with a gentle bow. Long ago, when my people had dwelt in uttermost enthrallment, we found allies on this world to fight alongside till death and victory. Such an oath of friendship shall now be renewed. The foul ritual of Lithal Nightweaver must be stopped. Oneron concludes his introduction for the sake of all forevermore. Oneron, the energetic call of Meander of House Eniok is heard from afar. You are late. And you have changed, he adds, eyeing Oneron from top to bottom. When did the Archons convert you? A pity. I always liked your arcane pragmatism. Though I suppose it can help me gain some answers. It has been a long time. First, we only heard that the War of the Archons is not going well, Meander says. Now we are busy fighting the living proof. Oneron joins the Covenant Alliance. Oh god. The Archons, Oneron responds, did not convert us, old friend. They are our brothers and forebears, our allies and adversaries, our avengers and judges. He smiles. It's complicated. In the days of the All-Devourer, my enslaved kin had lost even the knowledge of their own legacy. When we turned from hunted to hunters, there was much to unveil. Oneron turns pensive for a moment, as if he is reliving the journey of the Gloomwatch Sirens. We are part of the Gloomwatch now, tending the Dreamers and protecting them from Urath, the declared enemy of all life. There's an old pilgrim's path of the Gloomwatch well inside the umbral abyss of Archelot. Those who dare to walk it can find a torch to burn away Lithal's darkness. Okay. Be friendly with them. Mystery bonus and knowledge. Accept a quest. We need decline the quest and receive draft. Blah, 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 blah. He hates it. Alright. Let's try taking the quest and be friendly with them, see what happens. We've already got someone that's about to destroy the world in a few turns. Let's not make more enemies. Auto. Okay, that's fine. That's another umbral gate. Okay. What are those? Knowledge stash. I can let my scouts come back and hit that. Alright, where does this take us? Pretty far from home. Tendril Labyrinth is done. New research. Crow Companion. Spell is ready to cast. No. Meeting Deluded Skywatch. How can you be so evil? What? How can you sleep whilst those before you cower in fear? I may not have a chance of defeating you, but I have a responsibility to all the people of this realm to stand up to you. Hi. Okay, thank you. May the combined forces of good bring your evil reign to an end. Eldritch Rite of Coercion. Oh, I can't do that right now. Where is this guy? Oh, he's just to the right of me. Oh, fantastic. Okay. Should I rush this? Yeah, let's do that. Let's rush that, and then set you to explore, and then start making an immortal to join the army. More scouts means they're picking up more stuff. Monkey, give me your link for Guild Wars 2. Gladly. Thank you for considering using it. And my stream deck is not working. Probably because of the power surge. Alright, I'll type it in. That's it right there. Thank you. Dude, we have, like, so little movement. Oh my goodness. Alright, Enchanted Crow Companion. What is this? Where's Hackrise? Let's do that. New Empire skill available. Gain knowledge per hero defeated in combat. Don't need that right now. That's it for now. Alright, let's remove our Whispering Stone from our own city and give it to that one. Alright, I want the pastures, but we're going to have to get over there to clear them. Rivalry was declared. Set production. Tentacle Labyrinth, because my people love tentacles. Makeshift sent an email saying my plushie's on the way. Nice. You're not the first to tell me that. I'm glad for it. Ring of Escaped. When this unit's hit points are reduced to 0, it teleports 3 hexes and is healed 15 temp HP. Alright. Constricting Focus is done. Wayfinder enchantment. Oh, those turns are ticking down pretty fast. I don't know how this is gonna go, y'all. Withering Glory. Enshrouded within a swarm of butterflies, the graceful figure of Serena offers her aloof welcome. The leaves are falling rapidly this season, she says, a glint of sorrow resonating in her voice. Only the winter may last until all sylvan wonders have perished, no return. Is that not so, Muxon? Then, turning to Meander of House Iniok, she continues. It should be no surprise to see your kind arrive second in Arkalot when the Shadrai have already dented the enemy lines. Be it Storm, Cult, Wizard Circle, or Covenant. You unerringly choose the feeble side, Meander. Hang on a sec. Take one bite of food, and my body's like, what if we just choke to death? Lithal is defiling my kindred's forgotten heritage. I feel it in the bleeding earth. Hear it from the weeping trees. Soon her ritual will be complete. Await Meander's reaction. Your ability to unsee the long list of Shadrai failures is astonishing, Meander replies bluntly. But let's leave these arguments aside while we have a common enemy to fight. There must be truth in your words about elven secrets still buried in Arkalot. Talik's reports of old always left me unsatisfied, though I should not be too surprised after what happened to Raven Theric. For a moment, Meander stops, as if lost in thought, his mental wards allowing a rare glimpse of his tired mind. If it must be, he continues firmly again, we will dig up any remaining mud of House Iniok's past, whatever it takes to stop Lithal. If you indeed put a dent in the enemy lines, Serena, Meander concludes, let us press onward together instead of lamenting the loss of a battle not fought. Serena and the Covenant gain relations with each other. So I guess the hard mode of this map would be picking a fight with literally everybody. For now, though, I'll accept their friendship to fight against this lady who's casting the end of the world spell. I can't build an outpost there. Alright, hang on a sec. What we're gonna do... Okay. What? What is that? I guess he's like already building an outpost there? Alright, there. Oh, that ended up taking the whole freaking turn. Thanks, I hate it. Okay. Crow Companion, put that on the scouts. And then, where's the other one? Oh, I think I'm still researching Wayfinder. Alright, new development skill. No. Basic seafaring, we're gonna need that to cross water. Meeting Careful Steresk. Another one? Countess Alexunta Vat of the Free City of Steresk greets you with a look of fear. Eldritch Sovereign Muxon, we must admit that your presence fills us with dread, but we acknowledge your magnificence. We are not accustomed to being surrounded by so much death. We hope that there may be a path forward on which we can get to know you while still remaining in the land of the living. Lose to Thrall and gain a bunch of relations with them for a few turns. Happy Eldritch noises. Okay. Make some more immortals. No. Alright. Enter gate. Alright, what is this? Alright, so we got a quest over here. Oh, why do we have so little movement in this game? Oh my god. Wayfinder enchantment complete. Pick a tome. What do you got to eat? Sausage and potatoes. Faith, there's a lot of free cities on this map. Maybe Tome of Faith to build allegiance with them faster? That could be good. Make friends.
Fuels the embers of one's spirit. It is like...
Tentacle Labyrinth's done. Vendor. Active cooperation done. Soothing Shrine. All units in the army will get Faithful Zeal and a heal. The Plate of Foresight. At the base of the first Soothing Shrine, an ancient stone tablet rests. While examining its engravings, the following message resonates in your mind. In the days before, the Endalon raged and the Archons waged their war. When the world prison was built, Irith of the Scrying Fountain foresaw the aftermath of Endalon exile, and it was ill. For from nothingness the great nemesis of the Archons would be born. Yet few of her kinsmen heeded her warning. The shrine's voice falls silent, leaving you to ponder its words in the umbral abyss. You gain knowledge. Continue on the pilgrim's path. Abyssal Flames. Wait, I'm sorry. My reward was a spell? Tier 8. Target province and adjacent provinces. Enemy units take 20 fire damage. Province turns to ash. I don't think I've ever seen a spell as a reward. Alright, I still need to get over... Alright, I need to take this before they take it. I still need to get over here and clear this stuff out. Respond to heroes offer to join. Warrior, Spellblade, or Elementalist? Let's do Elementalist. Actually, wait a minute. We can actually use the other governor, Nautical Governor. Never mind. We're gonna do the warrior. Alright, who's gonna be my first warrior? Is White Horseman or is cavalry flying? Oh, we have a Pegasus? Oh, well, okay then. Can I mod? Yeah, Barry, you can. Alright, so it doesn't start with any spells or anything. Lady Berry. Lady Berry. I thought that was a dude. I'm out of money. I was gonna start making another army, but I can't. Hello. All right. At the base of the second Soothing Shrine, an ancient stone tablet rests. While examining its engravings, the following message resonates in your mind. Condemned by the High Council, the disciples of Irith went into hiding. At last they were found, and their judgment was near. But behold, Irith called upon the mercy of the All-Father, and her people grew fishtails and fins of pure ether, escaping into the astral sea. Henceforth they were called the Maier. The shrine's voice falls silent, leaving you to ponder its words in the umbral abyss. Yeah, you gain knowledge. sewer. I got no money. Well, I'm glad they're hitting me with all this Umbral stuff, because it's, messing with the ritual thing. Harbinger of Urath. Who are all you people? With an otherworldly voice, ear-splitting and terrible, Lithal Nightweaver foretells the beginning of Urath's age. Halt in awe, people of Athla, and gaze at Urath's splendor, she calls out, revealing her true eldritch form. For you too shall be relieved of your mortal flesh and remade in the image of the Umbral Abyss. I have witnessed the corruption of Mage Haven's God-ear. Their petty conflicts will cease to plague the realms once all souls are one with us. Give in to my calling, give in to the whispers inside. Lithal's words boom violently in your head, together we will reshape the astral sea. Shut out the voices and pick up arms. Hear my oath, accursed witch, defiler of Athla! The trembling shout of Alfred Elderstone can be heard. I pledge myself to the destruction of the abyss, to smite the umbral, to incinerate the gloom. Hey, you know, I like the gloom. Until the spawn of Urath turns to ashes and the leech seeds of corruption are expunged. The king of the destined humans raises the anathema. Tonight we burn the umbral hells. Alfred unlocks the Tome of Cleansing Flame. Join the battle. At the base of the third shrine, an ancient stone tablet rests. While examining its engravings, the following message resonates in your mind. The shadows of the great nemesis spread, and hence the mare wept unceasing. Their tears deepened the astral sea. They prayed to the Allfather, pleading for a means to fill the void from whence the nemesis came. The mare upheld prayers for 100 cycles, until the coming of the dreamers. The shrine's voice falls silent, leaving you to ponder its words in the umbral abyss. Alright. Thralls destroyed by you, 5. Thralls destroyed by other Gaudier, 30. Oh, so the other Gaudier are keeping me in the game right now. Because they're fighting, yeah, they're fighting them. Thanks, guys. Alright, Saves of Mending. Give the city structure. Your ruler leveled up. Bone Wyvern. Spells ready to cast. Wayfinder. Alright. My claimed province. Alright. That's what I wanted. This guy tried to take it. I didn't let him. I did not let him. Let's see. That is 163. All right, this little ragtag army should be strong enough to be able to take this out. Yay! Resistant crown. And a helmet for Barry. Alright, so now we're actually getting the income from that tile. Alright. At the base of the fourth soothing shrine, an ancient stone tablet rests. While examining its engravings, the following message resonates in your mind. In their service and protection of the Dreamers, the Mare were bound to the Astral Sea. Yet they knew the great nemesis would threaten the Allfather's children from both the sea and on land. Thus they gathered in large numbers, and Irith performed a ritual of great magnificence, such that from every second mare new legs would sprout. Sundered from their brethren, yet still united within the Gloomwatch, these Sirens walked the worlds within. It's like sirens. The shrine's voice falls silent, leaving you to ponder its words. Summon Astral Reflection spell. Summon an Astral Reflection of target friendly unit onto an unoccupied adjacent hex. Cannot target heroes, combat summons, and mythic units. So it just like copies a unit? That's interesting. Camp done. Archon Blood acquired. Wayfinder enchantment. Put that on the scouts. Okay. Okay. How can they do that? Well, just to be clear, the whole claimed land thing, what it is like, okay. It's like, this line is the edge of their territory, right? Any land adjacent to them is considered claimed. So if you're not taking their territory, you're taking the land touching their territory. And then that makes them upset. So here, I had this outpost, and I took this, which was adjacent to his, so it says it was claimed. And I was like, muck you, I want it, I don't care. So, that was basically it. Soothing Shrine. At the base of the last Soothing Shrine, an ancient stone tablet rests. While examining its engravings, the following message resonates in your mind. We Sirens of Athel's Ward share one oath: to nourish her dreams, fend off nightmares, ease her slumber. To fight the great nemesis and born all fruits of its corruption, this we pledge to the Gloomwatch with our lives, which we forfeit when our word is broken. The Shrine's voice falls silent, leaving you to ponder towards the Umbral Abyss. Conclude your pilgrimage.
Agent number one raided my stream with 72 viewers.
Agent number 1, thank you for the raid. Appreciate that. We are currently playing Age of Wonders 4 with tentacles. I hope you like tentacles. Still deep in thought that you are startled by a sudden burst of fire at the ground below the Soothing Shrine. Investigating the source, you find a heavy book inscribed with runes of burning zeal, still smoldering like a fire-forged stone. How's AoW treating you? Good. It's good. I've played AoW4 before. It's kind of like Heroes of Might and Magic, if any of you are old school gamers. But it's gotten like 5 DLCs since I last played it. And one of them was this Eldritch one, which has got a bunch of tentacle units and stuff. It is the Tome of the Cleansing Flame. How and why it was hidden here in the Umbral Abyss remains a mystery, but it clearly demonstrates the past exchange of knowledge and magic between Gloomwatch and Archons. The Tomb of Cleansing Flame appears to have chosen to reveal itself to you. Does it judge you worthy? Do you judge it worthy? Take the tome. Use it as an offering to get the Tome of Destruction. Reject the tome and gain alignment. I'm gonna take the tome. I'm gonna take it. Okay. So, at this point, we have finished the pilgrimage thing in here, and we can start heading out of there. Alright. Here's Might and Magic, also new if you haven't seen the Olden Era yet. I highly recommend. I have not. I think I played Heroes of Might and Magic 4, 5, and 6 when I was younger, but I have not played any in a long time. In quite a long time. Okay, that's huge. We have gotten that thing off our property, so now we're actually getting this farmland working. And what do we want to do here? That includes going to the underground. Probably go for the gold vein. We're gonna have to clear it again. Make another pursuer. Alright, convent. For each city stability level above unstable, the city gains knowledge and mana. Mark of the Death Cult. Hero leveled up. Alright, this is our warrior. Let's do everyone in the army gains XP every turn. New empire skill available. Free cities with a Whispering Stone provide you with vision range. Free cities or vassals with a Whispering Stone grant you knowledge. Alright, we do have a Whispering Stone on a city right now, so I'll take that. Okay, I have a Whispering... Wait. Wait, no, my stone got kicked back. What? I'm confused. I had a Whispering Stone there, and it's not there now. What happened? Well, I just got a useless trait, I guess. I don't know what happened there. Alright, put my Whispering Stone back in my own city. Wait, a free city was vassalized by another ruler this turn. That's probably it. Okay. I could make this into another city over here. It'll take a while. I'll do it. I'll do it. Alright. Now it's gonna take 20 turns to get this guy out of here. Alright, can he take that out? It says low risk. Try auto, see what happens. Alright, cool. Gold Adept Amplifier. Put that on him. Let's see, Raise Dead or Dark Ritual. It's good Delirium. I like to take the vassalized free cities, give them back as free cities in Civ. The free cities give nice bonuses. I do prefer the maps where there are more cities to play with. But this one, a lot of them are under the control of the enemy. Combat casting reduces... Road building. Let's hold off on that for now. Trade proposal. Skip that. Alright. This guy's kind of boxing me in here. I don't really like that. Uh-oh. One of my scouts encountered an enemy. He got away! Run away! Alright. Where should we send this fella now? Could go into the underground. Can we handle that? We can handle that. Alright, let's head over there. Mark of the Death Cult research completes. Temple of the Pyre. Ignore income and stability penalties from being under siege. Odd. Shrine. Alright, let's do that so we can expand underground. Destroying an infestation or a conquering a free city grants a stacking 300 relations all of the free cities. I don't think I've seen any infestations yet on this map. Set production. Dreadspire. Seven turns till they win the game. Your claim province has been captured. Yeah, I see that. Make this guy the governor here. Let's see. Hit that just for the experience. Vicious Ring. This unit inflicts increased morale penalties when killing an enemy. Alright, put that on the warrior. Start heading over into that. Bring this archer over here. Dude, this stupid loopy-loop thing, I hate this. Alright, that's founded. That's done. Dread Spire's done. Market, get more gold income. Archon Blood acquired. Spells ready to cast. Constricting Focus is a buff to some of my already existing units. Skywatch sent a war party. Great. Okay, so they've got someone coming from the right coming over here. Alright. Alright, end turn. Claim probably said, dude, he's like surrounding me. Leave me alone, man. So rude. Okay. This guy, Alright, I'm gonna fall back a little bit, because I'm a little, because it said there was like a raiding party coming over. So I'm a little nervous about where that is. Alright, withdrawn to the Elder Void. You can create a bounty. I don't need to make a bounty. Alright, end turn. Yeah, the fact that I'm spending so many turns running into this pilgrimage thing and then trying to get out of the pilgrimage thing, like, that's a big time sink at the beginning of the game. Now, I didn't have to do it immediately, but if I hadn't accepted the alliances with those other people that are stalling this you lose the game timer, which is kicking my butt right now, I don't know how we would be doing right now. I'm gonna hit that watchtower next turn. Alright, Constrictor is done. Pick a new tome. Hmm. No. Fey Miss is insane? Sure. I really didn't have a plan for this one.
The mist conceals all. It obscures vision and confuses the senses, as it claims fields and forests. Envelop yourself in this mystery. Breathe in its damp, cold air, and cloak yourself in the fog of the Fey folk. Let it swallow your enemies, and have them discover that there is no hiding in the haze from you.
Have you tried the new vampire stuff? I don't have that DLC yet. We're currently doing my first playthrough of the Eldritch one. Wizard's Bond. Give me gold. Hang on. Wasn't expecting that. The world around you falls silent, and deep shades shroud your vision. Before you can react, a cold metal blade is pressed against your throat. You better not move, a voice whispers in the darkness, and an ice-cold hand touches your temple. You still seem to be yourself, Muxxon Cave Dweller. Good. The blade is withdrawn, and the sleek figure of Sundren of House Eniok reveals herself, still holding Shivermist. From the night without end, I have returned to lend my aid in this hour of Athlan doom, Sundren says with a subtle greeting gesture. The fight must be taken into the Umbral, Sundren continues. I know the ways to strike Lithil where it hurts. You have the troops. Accept their help, and you get them as a hero. No, get lost. She's not gonna have all the enchants resisting gloom and stuff like that, so I'm gonna have to do a lot of work to be able to keep her from just dying. Oh my god, that's hostile now. Damn it. Okay. Reinforced helmet. Alright, you produced a market. Okay. Tavern. Workshop. Let's see, workshop's done, huh? Tentacles. Hero leveled up. Let's do the healing thing. New Empire development skill. Farms grant more food, hands down. Magic origin unit base upkeep reduced. Let's get another Whispering Stone. If we can't use it on anyone else, we'll use it on our other city. Let's see, where is the... Yeah, so both of those got taken. Yeah, I can't do anything there. Okay. Alright. Valeria, Free City declared war. Message received. Envy's Thorn. Your hero, Barry the Ruthless, asks you for an audience. Gazing to the floor, she pronounces, I see how others achieve their ambitions while I lay waiting for my chance to prove myself as a challenger. That will get done easily. You shall achieve glory. Dude, we are freaking surrounded right now. All right. Dude, it's 4 turns till we lose the game. This is nuts. Eagle bow. Alright, now it's 5 turns. We gained a turn. Alright, so we can expand underground now. I can do that and get some vision down there. And this one can now expand. Take the gold. How many scouts do I currently have running around? Three currently. That's fine. Alright. They're just out of range. Alright, so I want to hit this free city and either destroy it or beat it into submission so it stops bugging me. I'm not sure if we can take that or not. I'm gonna save. Barely. Enchanted helmets and food. That is an upgrade for him. Okay, Murkwater can expand. Again, nothing up here I really need, so let's look underground. I guess I'm at the edge of my expansion range for that area. The farm. Alright, Mark of the Death Cult grants non-dark units power from death. Yeah, we'll start channeling that. Message received. Okay, cool. Your army is trespassing. I don't think I am. I think you're wrong, Bendleton. Alright, I'm gonna save. Wait, declare. Wait, are we not already at war? You got crossed swords. What do you mean? Wait, what? Serena is on both sides of the war. What does that mean? What does that mean? You know, she's like Tony Stark in here. She's just selling weapons to both sides. Alright, I am confused. I thought I was at war with them. Declare justified war. Bro, okay. I'm so confused. If they, all right, hold on. We're gonna reload because I just saved it a second ago. I'm so confused. Like, why does it have red cross swords on them if they were not already at war with me? What's going on? It sure looked like they wanted to fight. Okay. Alright, I guess we'll leave him alone. Spell ready, Death Cult. It's not going to affect any units right now, but I have it already in effect for later. Dude, I'm like, again, very boxed in. One of my scouts just ran away. Eldritch Rite of Corruption. Words of evil enchantment echo down the mountain slopes surrounding Arkalot. It is the voice of Lithal Nightweaver calling upon Serena. Stand still, Wizard of Life of the Verdant Elves. Listen to the whispers inside. Embrace Urot's gift, the seed you have carried since Second Age. I have sensed you for so long, Serena. Lithal is performing an Eldritch Rite to bind Serena to Urot's will. With clear agony on her face, Serena becomes wrapped in eldritch lashes. When her body becomes visible again, she's tainted by the umbral abyss. Now she's got tentacles now. I hear you, sister, herald of the one truthful voice, Serena says, opening her eyes again. Since the touch of the All-Devourer, I had walked as if in a false dream. I look at the umbral and I can see its natural beauty. To spread its tangled forests and nurture its sorrowful birdsong will be my life's work. Serena joins the Umbral Alliance. Serena has lost her sanity. She's with the enemy now. Okay. And we have 4 turns before they win. Dude, the first map was like stupid. This one just feels like almost impossible. Like, I could maybe bunker down and deal with everyone on the map being an enemy. But this whole 4 turns till you lose thing? Like, what? Palisade walls. Let's get road building. Treaty has been broken. Other rulers started a war. Harbinger Hive. The gargantuan brood mistress Navides of the umbral dwelling of Zahian ominously slinks from the shadows to address you with malicious intent. Navides utters what can only be words of menace and mockery. The countless eyes of the umbral dwelling seem to watch every single step inside their dark domain, while its teeth and spikes crawl on many limbs to prey upon the victims of their corruption. It is clear that the umbral dwelling is under the influence of Lithal Nightweaver and Urath itself. They will show no mercy until all of Athlas has come to their swarm. What? Vow to destroy them. You're at war. Their powers are intriguing, but they must die. You're at war. You're at war. I'll take the alignment, I guess. Another ruler wall concealed. Oh, there's a dragon here? Okay. Hey, Michael, hi guys. Is this a new Guild Wars 2 expansion? Yes, they've entered the realm of RTS. Damn it, I just took a bite. Baroness Mortika Blackfire of the Free City of Duskwatch greets you with a nefarious grin. Salutations, Muxon Cave Dweller. It's delightful to meet an Eldritch Sovereign of our persuasion. Though we understand a desire to control and even subjugate those beneath us, we ask that you'd allow us Duskwatch to remain independent of your murderous grasp. Alright. Make them like you with Eldritch power. Where is Duskwatch? Give Whispering Stone. Why did that trigger something? Into the cosmos nevermore. So many ambitions, so much suffering. 2 sorrowful eyes invade your mind, constricting and eclipsing your very thoughts. I, young apprentice, the voice beyond the eyes continues, with a grizzled, hooded figure slowly comes into focus. Your arrival grieves me, for I was once not unlike you. Despair not, Eldritch Sovereign Muxon. All things come to an end. From underneath the robe, long, tenacious tentacles emerge, clutching at the fabrics of your innermost fears. When it is done, there will be no more pain. The mental grip of Merlin chokes your consciousness. Bow down to Urath. Inside the void, the promise of infinite peace resides. Merlin declares war on every present god ear outside the Umbral Alliance. What? Now there's a dragon! What is going on? The touch of the Grove Tinder. Spare us your false wisdom, old man. A flourishing burst of energy rejuvenates your mind as Sumiskira the Grove Tinder spreads her wings in defiance of Merlin. Your tainted roots have not yet reached Athla, and neither will they claim Muxxon. The Elder Dragon turns to you. The situation is dire, Eldritch Sovereign of the Grim Insects. Merlin and Lithal seek to enter the Dreamroot Oak and poison Athla in dark communion. Athla is dear to me. She restored my children after Urath's wrath had laid waste to this world in ages past. She must not die. My strength is dwindling. I cannot ward the Dreamroot Oak forever. Sumiskira shrouds herself in a veil of glistening foliage. Best the storm Muxxon save Athla. Sumiskira joins the Covenant Alliance. When Merlin or Lithal control Dreamroot Oak, the Nightweaver ritual will progress twice as fast. I think I'm already about to lose. I don't need the aid of a glorified lizard. It would be my honor. Elven flashbacks. What do you want? Merlin. Meander's cry reveals genuine sadness. Wild friend, did I guide you through death to watch you become this? The aged prince of House Eniok murmurs and gestures as if he is mourning the dead. Then Meander opens his eyes again, still deep in thought. Arkalot, the Dreamroot Oak, what fools we have been, diluting our own history, falling into the ancient web of my father's lies. During the mending, all elves gathered in Arkalot. Julia and Saridas channeled the magic of the Dreamroot Oak. They should have seen it, I should have seen it. What Merlin knew, we may never learn. Meander concludes his monologue, but now his knowledge is aiding the enemy. All invaders must die. Leave Meander to his thoughts. Bruh. There is just too much crap. Like, even my allies, like, made a wall and boxed me in. And it's like, oh, you're trespassing if you try to, like, walk through them. Other rulers started a war. Other rulers started a war. Oh, man. Maybe the dragon's armies are gonna help kill thralls? That would be good. This is a terrible game to eat lunch to. You've encountered all the Godir fighting for Arkalot. While you contemplate the cosmic forces at play, a magic tension is slowly charging your body. Oh! Lithal is sacrificing thralls to power up her eldritch right. In this, she is aided by Merlin, who has become an instrument of Urath and its umbral corruption. Through their ritual, they seek to poison the Dreamroot Oak and corrupt the very essence of Athla. Realizing that the fate of this world dangles on a string, your astral flows within pulsate violently, threatening to burst open. Oh! You channel their raw powers, summoning an Entwined Scourge, which is a tier 4 battle mage, a Bone Dragon, a tier 4 undead dragon, a Chaos Eater, a tier 4 battle mage, a Phase Beast, a tier 4 shock troop, or which gives you a dire caster, which is a tier 4 umbral demon. This one has life stealing. I think dragon has the most health. Bone dragon. Woo! Gloom and glory. We of keeping calm in this baleful hour is no easy feat, is it, Muxon? Oneron approaches you with a knowing smile. We of the Gloom Watch have a saying, from the darkest nights the brightest candles are drawn. Oneron uncoils an enchanted map depicting the astral sea. This, he points at a flowing well at the center, is the Allfather. And these, Oneron gestures towards a number of chalices spread across the map, are the Dreamers. They are the children of the Allfather, and Gloomwatch has given them service throughout the ages. Eventually, Oneron puts his finger on a chalice seething with foul ooze. This is Athla. The poison of Lethal Nightweaver is drowning her in nightmares. If we don't hurry, she will die. To break their eldritch ritual, both Lethal and Merlin must be cast into the void. Oneron concludes, enter the Dreamward Oak and lend your strength to Athla, Muxon. Kindle the light within. The Dreamward Oak can be entered from anywhere within its sector, also when owned by other players. Alright, let's try going underground and see what we can find. Wait, oh, this is like an enemy. Ooh. I don't know if I can deal with that. Raise 3. Removing this province will disconnect other provinces. Oh, I can't do that. Okay, so this is like an enemy city down here. Alright. Have 10 population. Stonemason. Sure, we'll work on the stonemason. So 3 turns till we lose. I mean, like, what? Respond to a hero's offer to join. Muck lost in 3 turns. Yeah, there's not a lot I could do, man. I'm trying. Warrior Spellblade, Elementalist, Spellblade, Battle Saint. Oh, Battle Saint was pretty cool. Let's see. I don't know if you'll live long, but who wants to be my Battle Saint? Me? Plague Tor. Alright. Okay, people are sending war parties after me. Oh, the dragon is dying from gloom. Dang it. Let's start on this. Whose idea was it to get a bone dragon? Damn it. Yeah, if I could start this map over, I would do a little bit better, but this is rough. Let's see. All right, this one. That's as far as I can go right now. How does it compare to Total War Warhammer? Well, in this specific map, it's much harder because the whole thing is like the enemy will win in X turns. And you can stall that but you can't stop it. And that is causing me a lot of problems. Alright. Orders required. Oh, that's a scout. I came back. That's fine. Fey touched. Fey embrace. Murkwater can annex another province. Don't think it can expand down there right now. Zion sent a war party. These guys? Counter went up thanks to one of the AI teammates. Also, it feels like I've got, like, no movement to, like, get around. What's in there? A level 5 ranger and 2 level 1 units. It's like a padded cloak, 2 defense, 1 status resist. Alright, palisade walls are done here. Vendor. New development skill available. Units regen faster in friendly domain. Don't need that. Captured. War parties. Lots of war parties. Intern. Alright, this is really rough. Oh, hello. Lots of traffic down here. Don't like that. I am very low health from the last one. Don't like that at all. Oh man, we don't even have second wind yet. Rip. Oh, we constricted one of them, and it wasn't able to move away and shoot. That's actually really good. Because the casters cannot shoot ranged attacks if something is threatening them in melee, and the tentacle's threatening all of them. So if we box them in, we can kind of CC them to death. Oh! My archers just shot this enemy and missed and hit my own guy. Awesome. Alright. Should have this in the bag now. Just had to spend some mana. You know, it occurs to me, these cities are like sending out thralls over and over. I wonder if there's like a strategy to just like camp them. Where does that connect? That connects up there, which is kind of near her. Hmm. And that connects in the underground. Okay. Alright. Alright, so got the two of them together now. Dim Turk and Expand. What is the Spring of Youth? Oh, that's an Ancient Wonder. Okay. Can it expand into here? No, it can't. Okay. Can't expand into the Umbral. Alright. Time. Hang on. Timer's back up to 4 now. Down to 3 now. Your claim province was captured. How dare you? That's my thing. Uh-oh. Are these baddies? Are y'all baddies? That's not good. God, movement takes so long. Like, alright, if I want to go... If I want to take this guy and bring him back here to defend, it's going to take 3 turns. Maybe 4. Can I do road building in here? How are you liking the new update? I'm not on the newest. I'm not on the newest one. I'm currently playing Umbral for the very first time, and I am hating this second mission. This whole countdown till you lose thing, kicking my booty. Try investing in speed, increasing racials. I have one. It gives all units 40 movement speed. I have it! Look! It's just like everything here takes a massive amount of movement to cross, so I can hardly move every turn. Say hit points. Let's do that. Ritual of the Gloom Veil. Yeah. Launch. New Empire skill available. It's the production of Murkwater. Mint. More gold income. Great content, keep it up. Thank you, Close. There's also the racial gives everyone flying mounts. Yeah, I didn't really know. I mean, I didn't know what to expect with this one. Other
Great
than
content, keep it up, smile.
Other than like gloomy, I didn't know what to expect with this one. Like, a 15-turn countdown until you die, and also everyone, allies and enemies, would box you in was not something I considered was going to happen. That was not on my radar. Level 6, level 6. Can we beat that? No, we cannot beat that. Start messing with that, I guess. Yeah, he's got 40. He's got 40. They've also got 40, but they're running out faster, I think, because of, like, they don't have flying. Well, he's got floating, the dragon has flying, and they just walk. And they have cave walk, and they've got 40 movement speed, but... Oof. It is oof. New Empire development skill available. Alright. Alright, I am out of time. I'm going into overtime here. It's weird, because I feel like I'm on, like, a knife's edge. Like, I'm possibly about, like, these guys here... I mean, honestly, these are, like, baby armies, but if I can get my main one over here, I can take them out. But it's just the constant pressure of this countdown till you lose the game thing, combined with the fact that my own allies surrounded me, and then enemies also. And it's just, like, it's really hard to get out and do anything. And it's counting down to my loss, and it's like, oh god. So, I don't know. I kind of feel like I would need to design a whole different race to deal with this map than the one I've got. But in any case, I am out of time, so I'm going to save it here and think on this, and we will pick it back up from this spot next time. Alright, chat, with that, one quick heads up for those who don't celebrate it. Tomorrow is Thanksgiving, so I will not be streaming tomorrow morning. I'll still be here tonight, I'll still be here tomorrow night, but tomorrow, we're having a Thanksgiving lunch at Grandma's house, so I'm going to be out tomorrow morning. So the next morning stream will be on Friday. As always, thank you guys so much for joining me. Appreciate you. Please hit that follow button if you're here on Twitch for the first time, or subscribe if you're here on YouTube for the first time. There's links to both my YouTube channels going up in the chat right now if you're not subbed to those, and a very special shout out to our dear patrons. They keep this channel alive with their support, and there is a link to that in the chat if you'd like to be a supporter. I'm going to raid someone over on the Twitch side of things right now, just to support another creator. Let's see who is live right now. Looks like Noxxi is. We can get Noxxi. Noxxi Green Rose. We'll get our wonderful Hungarian editor here. Is it gonna work? Oh my god, the lag. I was like, did I misspell it? And then it finally shows up after like 10 seconds. All right, see you guys over there. You guys have a great rest of your day, and I will be back tonight.